Hi, it's me again with Corel Roll Tips and Tricks. I did a video the other day, but I wasn't doing it perfect in symmetrical, exact placement of the stars. I was just kind of going off their stars and just kind of cleaning them up. And then somebody sent me this and they did it with using a bunch of grid lines and stuff, but how it might be easier. And I don't know if this is easier, but we're going to give it a whirl. I'm going to set my nudge factor on 1/2 of an inch. I'm going to draw a couple perpendicular lines. I'm going to draw that one and I'm going to nudge it up and actually hit the plus key and move it over. Then I can reuse this line. If you have snap tool on, it's going to snap right there. So all I did was hit the left and right arrow keys to nudge it over. We'll take this line and put it on here and nudge it down, hit the plus key and then nudge it down all the way. You see our box isn't perfect, so we're going to nudge it up. So now we have our 4 corners. And that could be, I picked a 1/2 inch. It could be anything, but you could take that star and have it, if you grab the star in the center, it'll snap to that intersection. Now it's not in the center, but as long as you do the same thing on both of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the plus key on the keyboard. And you can do this by holding down the control button and move it over. But if you grab the inside of the star and just move it over, it'll snap to that same intersection. Now what I'm going to do is grab both those stars and I'm going to go to Effects and Blend, and there's 6 across, so I need 4 copies, and hit Apply. Now what we can do is I'm going to go ahead and break the blend apart and go ahead and select everything and go to Object and ungroup them because I want to be able to use them later. Actually, I'm going to take one star right now and make a copy of it, get out of the way. Now I'm going to group these together, hit the plus key on the keyboard, and just move that same line down. Now I can hold down the shift key and grab the other section. This time we need, let's see how many you've got, 4, so we just need 2. And there's those stars are perfectly in the middle. And I mean, in the middle of the square and perfectly aligned. Now, a little bit difficulty, but if you take this 2-point line that we had and move it to the bottom of our star, take this one and move it to the top of the next star, and if you're close to your item, it'll snap right to it. I was a little bit further away, so it's snapped to it. Now we're going to need to borrow this line over here and do the exact same thing, put it in the center of that star. Now, we can't take this star and put it right in the center because there's nothing to center to. So what we're going to do is change our nudge factor to about 3 inches. Take our Smart Fill tool and fill in that square, move it over. We're going to left click, right click. Now that star will center in the center of that box. Now we can move it over. Now, probably the best thing to do would be to use the bottom, use this first because we've got our lines right here. And don't ever move your box if you see it. And then take that one and move it to the bottom of the star. Now we don't have to smart fill that because this will snap right to there. Borrow that star, hit the plus key, and we go right there. Now something's off, yeah, because my line isn't to the star, but didn't really need to move it because it's there. Now we can do this a couple of ways, but one, we can grab that one, hold down the shift and grab that one. We just need 1 star between them, and that way they're equally spaced out between them. Now we need to move this box. We've already got that line over there, so we can take this line and put it in the center. Take this line and put it in the center. Whoop, I moved the box. Take this line and move it to the center. This is a little bit time consuming, but it's dead on accurate. See, once again, I'm not to the bottom of that. I don't have my stars on a line. Ha ha. Then take that star and that, well, what we can actually do is, see, that's a blend. So we won't get any trouble. We'll break the blend apart. And the other individual will hold down the shift key and grab all three and we'll group them. And now we can hit the plus key on the keyboard and move this star to the center of that star. Now, if we hold down the shift key and grab this other star, we need 2 this time and hit apply. No, we actually, no, I'll take it back. There's 5 in that row, so we need 3. And there you have, now, easy way to take the Alt key and run through those 2 lines and you selected them and then hit delete. And then on the interior ones, you just have to hit delete. Now these stars are perfect. Now, I could have nudged them a little bit less than 1/2 of an inch, but if we measure every star or measure a line between, the diagonal, I'm going to guarantee you that they're right on the money. It's going through the bottom part of every star. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.